You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Alright, good evening. Alright, this is for Rainmaker. I made him a little one peel checker. It ain't perfect looking, but it does its function. Just made with just little spare parts that I had. But I did put a diode on it. Got 104s on it. Got a 1000 there. Got a it's pretty much nothing but a one peel amp. But this one's got a relay in it. The inputs kind of attenuate it just a little bit, just to hunt it on the ground, just to help to pull it down. He builds amps too. He just didn't have time to do it. He just I put a light on it, on and off switch and a light. LEDs right there, which you can see it from the back too. But the way I hook it up is like this here. This is my antenna part, same as you would amp. This part here is the radio side, and he wanted it where he could check his preamps. So I didn't do too good. He's going to put a preamp across here, and he can check his preamps. Now, when I check my preamps, I check mine on nothing but this. This is you hook one in here, and put your preamp in between here. Just set it down here and attach the legs across there for your input and output of your antenna. That's all that does, and works out pretty good. This and the newer one I built, didn't even sorted to yet, but I do 3 or 4 different things with them. So I usually make me up one of these and keep them out. It's just another one I made. I may have gave somebody else the other one. But this is mine. My one peel checker, my newest one. Gatekeeper got my other one. I got this one needs cleaning up some. This one's got the on and off switch here. So when you put the transistor in this, transistor goes in there, and of course this is the output and this is the input. I know which one it is. So my coax output, the antenna hooks here and the radio hooks here, and I can lay it on the table like this and put the peels in it. And then of course this is an insulator, and that sits over top of the transistor, and then you just lock it down, and it holds all 4 of the legs to those little sorter pads on there, which they don't sorter, and the transistor, it holds it down to where it makes contact with the heatsink. The LEDs there, the on and off switches here, where you hook the powers up here. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. This was my first one. Looks like shit. But this has been used numerous times. But I wanted to make him one so I could get him to test something for me. But we'll show this in operation. Ain't nothing but 150 puff here. 100 with 100 ohm to ground there. 10 ohm here. That's a 2000 puff, 1 cap. Normally put 3 there, but that's that. I got my 104s here, 1000 there. Diode here. It's pretty simple. Yes, so 239s. I got coax on that. I got phenolic up underneath here, so it's actually too thick. And then the transistor, like I said, you see it in that pocket. there. This is solid copper. These little 4 pads, solid copper, and I just routed, dremeled that around. It's just some old transistor here dug up out of the old stuff. It's actually a HG, but it's a 13Q1, so that's a very old one. And you make sure that's up on that top, lock it down. Moving the camera out. Hook your hot, hook your ground, and this ain't got any power on it until you throw the switch. So if you put a transistor in here and it knocks the 10 ohm out, as soon as you cut it on, it's got a dead short in it, so you know that's bad. But if you want to check one and give you a relative wattage output of it, here it is. Like I said, when you got the switch off, you can change out the transistors in here. They don't have to worry about any power. It's no power to this output transformer. You can change this out, don't have to worry about arcing, sparking, nothing like that. Because it's not loud to the switch is on. Of course, if you leave that switch on, it would. I'm wanting to put one on here and make a, and I got some, I just don't know where to put them. Some of those micro switches, so when this comes down, say it gets to this point, and before it completely locks down, when it does lock, it pushes that down, and then the power's connected. So you got to actually lock this down before that power, and then that would cut out the this part. But you can still check a preamp. Just pull that out of there, put your preamp up here, turn it on, and check that. So, but mine don't even have a relay. Mine don't have a relay in it. It's straight through. You don't have to have one. It's just straight through. So, that's a 250 watt slug. So it ain't no power on it. This is just a radio. Hello. Hello. Like I said, it's 250 watt slug. You can see it here. 250 watt slug there. Hello. That's just a radio. It's let's see, that's 50. Oh, I don't know, about 10 RMS, something like that. Alright, I'm going to turn it on. Oh. 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 The transistor's kind of low. It's about, let's see, that's 250. So that's 50. It's about 60 RMS, let's say. Hello. 60, 75 RMS. 60, 70. And then, God knows. I'm sorry. Hit the peak. Just turn the peak kit on, so of course it's going to do more. Hello. So it's right at 150, let's say 140 peak. So yeah, no reflect. It's looking good since it's got that 100 on the ground. No reflect back from antenna on that transistor. Hello, and doing good. Like I said, if you want to change out a transistor in it and check it, I got the switch turned off. You pop it up. It ain't no power here now. You take that out. Let's just get a random transistor. It wasn't kind of clean. This ain't too clean. But we'll try it. Only thing you can do is burn that 10 ohm up if it's shorted. We'll check it. And lock it down. Alright, it ain't shorted because it didn't blow the 10 on. Alright. Oh, Yeah, see, this don't do that good. But then again, let me wiggle this thing around. Sometimes they don't get the best of, oh, yeah, see, this transistor's down. That's way, good way to check them. So, you just seen the other one, same slug. You just seen the other one do about 150. Hello! Same radio and everything. See, that transistor's really low. Go to OMS. Hello! See? So, something wrong with that one. Turn the switch off. Let's go to another one. Just for the hell of it. You can check 2290s. Of course, it's actually set up for 2879s, but let's check this little DI here. Get this little bugger off the bottom of it. Make connection. Let's try this DI. And this is insulated. That's 3 pieces of phenolic put together. Alright, let's check this one. Oh, so yeah, even though it's a DEI, same 250 watt slug, ain't changed it. That right there. This ain't quite as strong as the first one, but hello, right at it. That's what it does RMS. Hello. So not quite as good RMS. But anyways, the main reason I fixed this and I'm gonna send it to Rainmaker is because I got 2 transistors that that's brand new, that's been in the amp, that's been put in the amp, and of course somebody with a curve tracer, which I don't have one, but if you had a curve tracer you could check this transistor, and I'd like to get somebody to check this transistor for me after this first one goes out, and or when these first 2 go out, and I'm gonna get Rainmaker to put it on a spectrum analyzer and look at it in this test and see what it does. It might have tweaked this a little bit, but he could do that with 2 known good transistors. So yeah, I've built a prototype with the 13 DO8s in it, which is a C. This is just a test amp, and this test amp is built pretty much identical to the other one over here. Now I've done a little changing on it, and it still hadn't come around. It was built identical to this, and this one shows no reflect back from the antenna. The other one, which is this one here, shows 8 to 10 watts reflect. You can't see that for the glare, but I've changed a few things on it, but it was identical. The induction from this transformer was the same as this one. The same output cap, everything is pretty much identical, just in a different location. Now I did change this to a 43 to see if it would make any difference, but nothing. It's still doing the same thing. So I'm going to take these transistors and take them out and send them with this here, this tester, and get him just to look and see what it does, and see what it shows on his spectrum analyzer, and then I'm going to send them off and get them put on a curve tracer through a friend of mine that's got a curve tracer too. But That amp checks out perfectly fine. This one checks out perfectly fine on a dummy level. Once you go to the antenna, it's about 10 watts of reflect, and it's only between certain spots. Where is my... It is only during certain spots of operation, for say it's dead key. The prototype one over here, which is what I'm going to start building them at, and I've done all kinds of manipulation to this, trying to get it out of it, and just cannot do it. It just won't come out of it. But again, dust has got in it. I've put a tune on the front of it. I've done everything. And it's got to be in those transistors, which it is back. It's a few things been changed in it, but believe me, it shows the same thing. No make a damn if that's 43 on the front or 61. Just trying, I think it's in these two transistors. And I've had two other transistors that does this, but alright, I'm changing out the slug, putting a 1000 watt slug in there. Alright. So that's a 1000 watt slug, it's a 50 watt slug. So it's 50 here, 1000 there, and a 5 watt here. So let's set a, the amp is on. Let's set a dead key. Oh, now with this radio hitting it, it's doing right at 500 watts, and yes, that's what it's. That's what I've seen. It ain't the slug off, but that is about a 10 watt dead key. I'm going to move the dead key up. Alright, that's about 100 watts. See, it's starting to come down. See the dead key move all around, the reflect move as the dead key goes up and down. See, at about a 200 watt dead key, she's done come back down a little. Oh, but that's all the dead key I can give it. But see it, of course it drops out there. Hello. It's just weird. The amp is not running hot. It's actually doing really good. I don't know. The other amp don't do that. This one I've changed everything. Playing around with it, trying to manipulate the circuit a little bit, and it just keeps, it's crazy. And it don't like nothing I done to it made any difference. And it's been a lot of different versions of the C's out. Last time I talked to Rainmaker, I mean, not Rainmaker, but Gatekeeper, uh, I think he said they started at 17, went to 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 version of them. I got some 20 DO8s over there, and they like different on the output transformer. But this is the same. All four of these transistors come in at one time. I'm pretty sure Gatekeeper matched them on his little atlas. And when I take these out, it might show something on the atlas too. I don't know, I ain't checked them yet. But at least the other day when I was checking it, which has been about quite a few days, this one didn't have any in it. Now it's got a touch in it, ain't too bad. But I see this one. This one ain't got no off and on switch. It's live. Hello. See, no reflect. Got a little reflect out back from the radio, but I ain't even tuned that out yet. But that ain't bad. It's about a little over half a watt. Put some key in it. That's a 100 watt dead key. Hello. Doing the same thing still. No reflect there. Same. This one don't do it. The other one does. Run an induction test on this. Same thing. The induction test on this was in the other one is 6161. Same thing. I wrote down all the values on that. 120. The 120s on each side. 500 there. 140 there. 1500 there. Does great. My Class C choke's there, so don't think it ain't got a Class C choke. It is a Class C choke on there. You just can't see it. I take and connect my wire there, run it around the thing, and then it's canceled out over here. So it is a Class C choke on it. Same length of wire on the input, output. For says on the other one, same, and different results. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I'm going to send these off, get them put on a curve tracer, because I'm pretty sure there's something wrong in the transistor, not with the rest of the amp. And the only way to verify that is to run them on that, and spectrum analyzer too, I guess. But yeah, there you go. And I'm going to mail this off to Rainmaker. And like I said, keep your switch off, put the transistor in, put this down, make sure it's centered over top of that, lock it down. It's pretty self-explanatory. And sometimes you might not get one, it ain't got a key up circuit in it. It's just grounded, and when you turn the switch on, it's live. You can key it then, but you don't have to have a key up circuit. But you can do whatever you want to with it now, but it's working, and it's doing pretty good. Alright then, y'all have a good day. My dumb ass gonna do something else. Alright, later.